Hey everybody, doing something a little bit different. This is an old replay from World of Warships from a couple years ago. Uh, I had nothing else to go with for today because I've spent most of this weekend drinking with family, so yeah. Anyways, this is right when I first got to Iowa. I think this is B-hole, if I recall correctly. And this was my first Tier 9. I haven't played the game much in the last couple years. I was part of the closed beta test, open beta test, obviously. And what else did I do? Oh, I did the aircraft rework. I was in the closed off servers for that. And that game kind of killed me after that point. Yeah, just, they didn't, Wargaming did not listen to any of us. We kept going on telling them, hey, you know, this isn't working, this is a terrible idea. And they didn't listen to us, and I took time off, came back like a year later, and the aircraft carrier rework was so bad, I lasted maybe another year or so. And during this is when I actually recorded this, and since then I pretty much took a permanent break. I've re-downloaded the game. I've been kind of wanting to play it, but the thought of having to deal with submarines on top of everything else and seeing how much of a debacle that is turned into is just, yeah. So let's talk about the Iowa here. If I remember correctly, this camo patterning is gives you extra free XP or extra ship XP. I can't remember, but it's fast, and that's one of the things I noticed coming from the North Carolina to the Iowa. The Iowa is noticeably faster, but it's not nearly as maneuverable as the North Carolina is. North Carolina. Oh, that was a fun ship. Oh, and this is a Stormfront mission. You see up there in the middle left top side there, the countdown. A storm will roll through and limit your visibility. It makes for some interesting matches. I've seen matches where teams were winning and they go through a Stormfront and they end up losing. It can change a game completely. Obviously, been spotted. And our eye won't want to shoot at. These guns do shoot faster. They have a higher velocity than the North Carolina did. They're about the same velocity as the Colorado's guns have. But it's much more accurate guns too. North Carolina has good guns though. It's a bit of a slow start if I recall. I recently re-downloaded a bunch of these videos of World of Warship replays. So, should be interesting. Like I said, it's been a while since I've played this game, so I can't really remember all the details. But I remember this is one of those really good matches I had. So, let's see what we got here. We got Iowa, Bismarck coming through. Bismarck at this point, everybody knows that ship. There we go, firing again. It takes, it's hard to Citadel, but it will take a lot of penetration damage. A lot of people complain about, oh, you can't Citadel. Yeah, well, you can also knock good 20-30,000 HP off of one of them with a good solid hit. They're pretty well armored, and they're armored enough to trigger your battleship guns. I got 3 ships firing at me, so I'm starting to back off, angle out, so I can keep firing, but limit their damage that they're firing at me, because they're shooting AP at me. Try to maximize. Took a good chunk out of him, and there's another good chunk out of him. And that yellow shells, that's probably the destroyer that's in there. I think there's a destroyer and a heavy cruiser. I want to say maybe a Baltimore or Des Moines. Probably, it's gotta be a Baltimore, because Des Moines would be firing a lot faster than that. Try to get this last shot on him. Throw a spotter in there. Try to predict that he's coming down. See if I can get that final hit on him. Yep, got that final hit. Not a lot of damage yet, but trust me, it does add up. Stormfront's still a little over 2 minutes out from coming in. And I think they usually last 10 minutes, or at most 10 minutes. I'm not sure if they're still doing that. Oh, there's a Fletcher. Good ship. Hard to hit. AP doesn't arm on them anymore on destroyers. They'll pass right through, but yeah, you hit them with 7 or 8 overpen shots for what 1,000 damage apiece. It's gonna give them a bad day. I mean, HE would be nice because you can damage modules, take out engines and torpedo launchers and such. I won't complain though. Oh, a little over a minute. What I'm going to do is, I'm trying to decide at this point, I can tell how I'm playing. Should I go left or right? Because I can regroup with my forces down there, as you can see them, and run with the cruiser and the other battleship and the destroyers. But I decided to come up to the right here. And I'm letting everybody know that's where I'm going, because I know there's ships coming down there. Like that Iowa, that full health Iowa. There's the Baltimore. I knew it had to be a Baltimore, just because the volume of fire wasn't there. Yeah, we'll see if we can get into a one-on-one engagement with this Iowa. Single mount, I know I can take him on one-on-one. Because he's focused right now. He doesn't see me. I was kind of hoping I can get over their shells. Ooh, got a little chunk out of him. So we're going to lock the secondaries on them. They're not very effective, but they will light fires. Any bit of damage is good damage. But at this point, I'm not sure if he notices I'm there or not. There we go. Stormfront's in. It says 31 millimeters. Yep, he doesn't see I'm there. Try to get it right under those turrets, see if I can damage a gun. Now he knows I'm there. But he's not fully targeting me because he knows there's a destroyer there. He has to decide who's more dangerous, the destroyer or the battleship. So basically this is a jousting match. We're going to stay angled to each other. We're going to try to trick one and the other. Took some overpen damage there. He's going in there, so I'm going to try to pre-aim my guns to the side. They're already loaded. I want to try to get a good shot for him. Can't get the guns down low enough though. And the turrets are not rotating fast enough, so I'm going to kick the rudder over. We got a Citadel hit on him right there. Come on, guns. He's angled, so I'm going to get some penetration shots. Another good solid hit right there. Over Penzo. And come on, we got one more turret. Load up. Ooh, buggy camera right there. And another Citadel. And I know that's the Baltimore. I'm not really scared of the Baltimore. The Des Moines, I would be. He has enough armor plating that he can bow tank me and cause me to bounce my 16-inch shells off him, if I recall correctly. Or it might be 15-inch shells. But American cruisers, like most cruisers, are walking Citadel targets. You don't want to get too close because you can overpen the Citadel. So visibility is down to, what, 3 kilometers, I think? And we're being radared right now by that Baltimore. The destroyer's gone for the last target. He made a bad move. He came out where he could be seen. He's gonna try bow tanking me. And that's not gonna work for him. Because he's got a torpedo coming right for his nose. Took another hit. Just waiting for the guns to reload right now. I don't want him to get around the island because then he's going to try to outrun. So I'm going to turn into him. I don't want him to get those 8-inch guns off because at that range he will penetrate and he will Citadel me and he reloads a lot faster. That's the thing about American cruisers, heavy cruisers. They got really good AP for their ships. Germans, they penetrate a little bit longer, but the Americans, they got super heavy shells and they got a better impact angle. I have obliterated some ships in the past, battleships, by getting alongside them, and they shoot their shells over pen, but I'm just pumping them with those 8-inch shells and Citadel from 10 kilometers away. So at this point, we can see that the enemy's in the top left chasing one of our destroyers. I got a cruiser right behind me and a destroyer right next to me. So we're gonna go after that next checkpoint. Already got 3 kills in, 124k damage, and blocked 700,000. And we're not done yet. Funny enough, in this you can see the smoke in the distance. If I angle back up, looks like the destroyer destroyed a ship. Now it is a pretty even match at this point. They got 1 battleship, 3 cruisers, and 2 destroyers. We got 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, and 2 destroyers. It's anybody's game. Trying to see who's down there. I think that's a Yamato or something, or Musashi down there at the other. And it looks like he's dealing with a cruiser, probably a destroyer. Not a good place to be. It doesn't. Musashi does not have good secondary weapons. It has 4 turrets of 8-inch guns that were found on Megami, or 6-inch guns, I mean. But they don't fire very fast, and there's not many of them to put down a volume of fire. So you don't have a high rate of fire, nor a lot of them. So yeah, I'm trying to just do some speculating shots at this point, trying to get an idea where it might be. A lot of times people will hide up in that corner there. Hey, I hit somebody. Yeah. There are times people hide in those corners up there. That's partially why I took that shot. And I did manage to hit somebody. And we're being spotted. We got a destroyer, I'm guessing. We're being targeted. So at this point I'm going to turn in, because once his went from 1 to just being targeted, I know he probably launched torpedoes at me. Good thing I got a cruiser and a destroyer with me to help firing. And good hit. Like I said, a lot of times people say switch off to HE. If you hit them with AP, you'll still sink them. And there's those torpedoes. And he's definitely going to get me with one of them, but it's alright. I knew he was going to fire those torpedoes, that's why I made the turn when I did. When it goes from spotted and 1 targeting you to suddenly not being targeted, that means he fired off torpedoes and he's going for the next ship. So we got a choice. We got 1 more battleship out there, 2 more cruisers, and a destroyer to deal with. Our battleship to the south, looks like he's dealing with his target right now. And if I recall, somebody gets pretty salty in the chat. So let's see what we got. There it is. There's the Delta one. Again, walking Citadel. Ooh, good hit. Got my other gun bringing around. Like I said, you don't want to give him broadside. But it looks like he's going to go after the destroyer. We're going to turn into him because we don't want him to get those guns off on us. And he's going to turn, give us a nice broadside. And Kraken unleashed. And there we go. The Atago. Oh man, that's one of the original premium ships of the game right there. And you want to talk about a Citadel magnet right there. There it is. And it looks like our battleship just south took the fight there. Ooh, some torpedoes going through the destroyer there. Oh, good hits. They didn't Citadel, but 4 solid hits. You get full damage with that. Full penetration damage. And the storm's leaving away now. Range increased to 12 kilometers of view range. That said, Japanese cruisers are pretty sneaky ships. If you shut his guns off, you can hide, but there's no point. We're going to win one way or another. And it's not like it's going to cost you any more to have your ship destroyed. So, and plus we got the speed. Full flank speed, I can chase that Taco down. He's not going to get away. And looks like the Musashi got the last hit there. At least I think it was Musashi. It's been a while since I've looked at this video. 185,000 damage though. Look at that experience. And oh, Yugamo. Oh, yep, there we go. I think it was a pretty good game. Well, if you guys want me to do some more, let me know, and we will. Maybe I'll start doing some more Water Warships. We'll see. We'll catch you all next time.